This is an exclusive interview with ex-Mibo engineer Ulrich Lumper. Mr. Lumper, we are recording the interview in the Swiss-German language. It will be synchronized in English. It is in addition to the recordings with you made by an English team from Al Jazeera. Can you confirm that you have agreed to do this video recording with us today?
Naturally.
Mr. Lumper, you can see now the original photo of the MST-13 fragment PT-35 in the red circle. The photo was made by a Radi. If the picture is enlarged, you can see clearly a scratched M and 3 scratch marks. The making of the scratch marks you already confirmed in an affidavit dated 18th July 2007. Is it correct, Mr. Lumper, that you made the M and the 3 scratch marks personally?
That is correct.
How did you make the scratch marks?
The scratch marks I made with such an awl, a hardened sharp metal pen, because with something softer cannot scratch on this material. It has to be a harder tool, because the material is strengthened with fiberglass.
Could you point to the picture on which it was made?
It is here. Here is the M, and here are the scratch marks.
Okay. On top is the M. You can see this clearly, and the scratch marks. Here is one. Could you show it?
It is here, 1.
And the second one?
3.
And I think it is here in the middle.
Yes, it is here in between.
The question is now, at which point in time did you make the scratch marks?
Unclear murmuring. I just cannot remember it anymore.
You have told Mr. Bollier once that it was in autumn 1989, but for sure before Christmas.
Yes, that's sure, yes.
And a further question. At which place did you make the scratch marks?
The scratch marks I made here at the laboratory.
If I understood correctly, you have made the scratch marks here at Mibo, in the laboratory that you had at the time.
Yes.
Before you scratched the surface of the fragment, it was carbonized. Is this correct?
Yes.
After you scratched, the material that is, it looked brighter.
Yes.
You in fact cleaned the carbonized part a little bit, would you say?
Yes, the surface, the lacquer and the things, material.
And another question. How did the fragment come to you here in Mibo?
That's a good question. Murmuring. This I don't know anymore.
Did somebody bring it?
It had to be, obviously, brought by somebody.
But who? This? You don't know anymore?
Who? No idea.
You do not know anymore. But you did not have to collect it somewhere. It was brought to you.
No. It has been brought.
Okay. It was brought by a person or several persons.
I did not have to do anything.
Okay. I would now like to ask you, at the end, you have made several statements about the scratch marks and other things. Would you confirm this also, if there would be a criminal investigation?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you, Mr. Lumper, for answering all these questions. An additional question. You appeared in TV documentation at the Lindenhof in Zurich. Can you remember?
Yes, I do.
Together with Dr. Swire, a long time ago.
Yes, it is a long time ago.
You did say in this film that the fragment could not be from a functioning timer. It is from a prototype. Today, do you still stick to the same opinion?
I still have the same opinion.
From your point of view, it was a prototype and not one of the series delivered to Libya or other places.
Not out of these series, no.
Additional question. On the 27th of April 1990, at the laboratory of Siemens, Munich, Germany, the original fragment has been cut into 2 pieces. You can see this here. On the lab photos, you cannot see the scratch marks made by you. A member of the Siemens staff made a statement under oath at the court in Zeist that the surface of the fragment had been polished. On the lab photo of Siemens, you can see clearly the curve of the fragment, sawed by hand. Could you point at it? And the carbonized part. The court in Zeist confirmed that the Siemens lab photo shows the original fragment, which was found in the Lockerbie area, and not a copy of it. It is clearly the original fragment. Mr. Lumper, did you know that after you made the scratching marks, the fragment was brought to Siemens in Munich, Germany?
No.
You did not know this?
No.
At the time you made the scratch marks at the Meebo lab, was the fragment collected on the same day or at a later time?
No, it must have been at the same day.
For you, this was a so-called quick job.
Naturally, yes.
For you, making the scratching marks was an easy task.
Yes.
Many thanks for your statements.